Elizabeth? And Anna? Joy?
Okay. Annette and Doug did notify us that they would not be attending the meeting tonight, so.
New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice to and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Riverdale Regional Board of Education has caused notice of this regular meeting to be publicized by having the date, time, and place thereof sent to the record in the Star Ledger newspapers, the constituent borough clerks, and borough libraries, as well as posting the school district principal offices, faculty rooms, and the board office. According to New Jersey Public Law 2001, Chapter 226, the smoking or use of any tobacco product is strictly prohibited anywhere in the public school buildings or anywhere in school grounds, including but not limited to the parking lots, grassy areas, and athletic fields. Violators will be subject to a fine not to exceed $100.
Okay. I will read the mission statement tonight. The mission of the Riverdale Regional School District is to provide a safe, student-centered environment in which each student is valued and respected, to challenge each student to reach their potential, to nurture every student's intellectual, social, physical, and emotional growth, to promote a healthy work ethic, a passion for learning, and a respect for oneself and others, to develop responsible citizens for our diverse community and an ever-changing world, to continue to involve our community in an active partnership, to provide all students the opportunity to achieve and exceed the New Jersey student learning standards. We now have public comments on agenda items only, and I see no public out here, so we'll go right into the presentation tonight. That's our final budget for the fiscal year 2023-2024. DA Trudy Engel. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, so this evening I'm going to review the 2023-2024 budget. I just want to start by saying it was a challenging year for the budget with all the costs going up. Our health benefits went up 15%, our transportation costs went up. So this is more of a challenging year putting the budget together. I'd like to first thank the Budget and Finance Committee with all their support and input, and the board for all their support getting me to be able to submit this budget. This slide shows our enrollment. Over the last couple of years, you can see that the numbers vary, maybe 4, 5, or 6. It's really pretty steady for the enrollment. I took this slide. This is comparing the present year budget to the new year budget. And you can see the first line, the general fund, went up $1.2 million. As I had mentioned earlier, our health benefits went up, our transportation costs. The second line, our capital outlay. This present year, we had done the track for our capital projects, and next year the new budget will have no capital projects. The grants line also went down by like $1 million, and that's because we received a lot of federal funds this year because of COVID, and I don't anticipate those next year. Our debt service reduced a small amount, and so that's our budget. And you'll see that the present year, the budget is $40 million, and the new proposed is $39.7 million. This slide breaks up the revenues, okay, how we get our money, and you can see the majority of our money comes from taxpayers. 85% of our revenues is from the taxes, and then we get about 7% from state aid. Our appropriations or our expenditures over the course of the year, the new year, our appropriations match, obviously, for the revenues, and a majority of our money is spent on instruction, both general education and special education. You have benefits, you have your transportation, you have your support staff. That makes up your budget. Efficiencies, So what we try to do is we try to use different consortiums to get the best prices. We belong to an insurance consortium. We belong to a consortium for our bandwidth. We do cooperative purchasing for our instructional supplies or technology, and we're part of an E-rate program for telecommunications. The new budget will support all the activities, all the teaching staff, everything we have presently, but in addition, we'll be adding one new middle school STEM teacher. It addresses school safety, the tax impact. So because of all the increases in everything, the budget will go up 3.7%. The effect that you'll see on Dell, let me back up for 1 second. You can see that the municipal share over the years have been shifting, okay, where Dell has decreased and River Edge has increased. The Dell, the taxes for the average home will go up $132.30, and for River Edge, the tax impact for the average home would be $248.66. Anyone have any questions for me? Okay, thank you.
Student member report, so I don't know who wants to go first, but Joy?
So this month, we had a lot of different events and awards. Starting off, for her AP3D art project, Isabella Bagnano introduced a mural, How Do We Experience Coffee, outside the cafeteria, where students and staff can add their own coffee lid. Riverdale students visited the Culinary Institute on March 28th. Thank you to Ms. Liberto for providing this experience. The Interact Club organized a senior citizen prom on March 29th. Thank you to the students and advisors who made this amazing tradition possible. The class of 2024 had their junior prom on March 30th. The freshman English classes performed Romeo and Juliet for the school on March 31st. Congratulations to all the students who stepped outside their comfort zone to perform. Senior health classes participated in a self-defense workshop with Mr. Fred Farragacci on April 17th. Thank you to the American Self-Defense and Fitness for providing this important opportunity for all our senior students. And congratulations to Bruno Angeli for receiving the Bergen County Unsung Hero Award, sponsored by the New Jersey School Boards.
Now for some updates from the middle school. Actually, both the Riverdale High School and middle school environmental clubs helped celebrate Earth Day at the Bergen County Zoo this past Saturday. Thank you to the students who volunteered to help educate approximately 500 participants on the importance of planting trees, treks, upcycling, and recycling paper. The RDMS Environmental Club proudly participated in the nationwide Trex Plastic Film Upcycling Challenge for the 5th straight year. They were able to divert just under a ton of plastic film from landfills and water systems, and the school was awarded a Trex bench. Thank you, Mrs. O'Connor, Miss Lee, and all our middle school members. Congratulations to the Middle School Spanish Honor Society for earning first place at their school service project of the year. And congratulations to both the girls and boys track teams who won last Thursday's track meet. The season is underway and the students are working hard and having fun. Last week, 8th grade Riverdale 101 classes participated in drum circles to help their health and wellness. Drum circles create a fun, supportive, and safe environment for the 8th graders, and they really enjoyed their experience.
Okay, now for sports. Congratulations to senior boys lacrosse Finn Christian for his selection as the NJ.com Conference Player of the Week for April 10th through the 15th. Boys golf is now 10-1 on the season, including 2 wins over Ramsey last week and Old Japan. Today, Monday, the 24th, the Hawks compete in the Arcola Invitational at 1 p.m. The team is currently ranked 12 in the record. For boys lacrosse, they're now 7-2 on the season, including 2 wins last week over Dwight Englewood and Old Japan. Tomorrow, the Hawks play at Pascack Hills. Boys tennis is now 6-2 on the season, including 3 wins last week over Mawa, Presskill, and Pascack Valley. Tomorrow, the team plays at Indian Hills. For girls golf, they play against Westwood today at Soldier Hill Golf Club. Girls lacrosse is now 6-1 on the season with a win last week at Newark Academy. Today, they were home against Governor Livingston. The team is ranked number 7 in the record. Softball improved 8-4 on the season with 3 wins last week over Indian Hills, Northern Highlands, and Dumont. The Hawks were home today against Mawa. The team is ranked number 19 in the record. For track, both boys and girls teams defeated Westwood on the road last week to improve 4-0 on the season. The Hawks hosted the Bergen County Realize on Friday and Saturday. The boys finished second and the girls placed third in Group B. The girls are ranked number 4 in the state of NJ by NJ.com. Both teams are ranked in the record, and the girls are 7 and the boys are 20.
And lastly, for some upcoming events. The Honor Society induction ceremony will be held tomorrow, 4/25, with Thursday. With refreshments beginning at 6 p.m. Congratulations to all the students being inducted to the Honor Societies. And lastly, AP testing will begin next week. Good luck to everyone taking exams.
Okay, thank you. My report tonight, I have a couple of small things. I know Alan had sent out something, and I just want to, it's about the New Jersey School Boards. Our next meeting, Bergen County meeting, is Wednesday, May 31st? Okay. Alan will be celebrating 10 years as a board member, correct, Alan? I know I will be attending. A couple of us will have a table there at the Clinton Inn, so if you want, anyone else wants to go, you can just contact Trudy or Stephanie, Trudy's secretary, and she'll make the arrangements. Also, there's a clothing and shoe drive. I believe it's Project Graduation. I know it's at least the second time they've done this because I cleaned my closet out about a month ago and donated here. April 29th, and they make it very easy. You just drive into the Oval, open up your trunk, and they'll take it out, and boom, it's as easy as that. So that, again, that's from 9 to 1, April 29th. Clothing and shoe fund drive. Patrick sent out an email, I guess a week or so ago. The survey is still open until this Friday, so if you haven't taken the survey, we gather a lot of pertinent information through these surveys. It's both families and students can participate in that. And Brian sent out an email this morning, actually, for the commencement, which is Thursday, June 22nd. And it's important to know that in the case of inclement weather, each graduate gets 2 tickets for family members to move inside if we have to. I know we haven't in a few years. If it's held outside, friends and family, everyone's welcome. And also on his email is senior events and commencement rehearsal dates, and so refer to that email from April 24th early this morning. I'll pass it along to you.
Wait, Patchwork inside, can people still go into the auditorium
Yes.
and watch the
Oh,
live
yes.
stream?
Yep.
Yeah, so just to add to that, what Mrs. Hartman asked about is if we do have to move inside, we actually do it even when we're outside, is we have seating in the cafeteria and seating in the auditorium for people who might, if the weather's too hot, they can't be out there, but you have overflow. So if you can't fit in the gym, you could also be in there to view graduation. So my report is also very quick because our students have done a very comprehensive job once again in continuing to report, which I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I congratulate you on providing an in-depth, detailed report of not only the high school but the middle school. It's much better than we've had in the past, and you've kind of divided it up. I see with, I'll do this, and I'll do sports, which is, I think, a great thing. So thank you for that. I'm sure Mr. Feigenson will bring it up later, but we are beginning the kickoff of the Riverdale Distinguished Graduate Program. So Riverdale has a Hall of Fame for sports, which has been in existence for quite some time, and we began a Riverdale Distinguished Graduate program probably 10 years ago or so. The process is, we've gotten to a point now where 1 year we have Sports Hall of Fame, the next year we have Distinguished Graduate. That Distinguished Graduate program will be kicking off, if it hasn't already, in the next couple of days. So think about, some some graduate from Riverdale who's distinguished themselves in their post-high school career that you might want to include in that process. You'll also probably talk about Ford, so I'll skip over that as we go there. I sent an email out last week to the community. I sent two, actually. One was to remind them about the survey process that we have going. As I mentioned at our previous meeting, students take the survey in one of their classes, whether it be English or social studies. So we have a very high participation rate of students. And then we also invite our families to also participate in that. There'll be another email that'll go home as a reminder tomorrow. It's open until Friday, and then that survey will conclude, and probably 4 to 6 weeks after that process, we'll start to get our reporting that comes back in for based upon the results from the survey. The other email I sent out was a reminder. I did mention it at this meeting, at the previous meeting, but once we return from April break, the school year starts to zip past us very quickly, especially as we come into some of these milestones, as was mentioned, with AP testing beginning next week. So we tend to move very quickly through the calendar. We are fortunate that the board, as an example, the board, as a part of the calendar process, says when you're going to return inclement weather days. We are returning inclement weather days the Thursday and Friday prior to the Memorial Day weekend and the Tuesday and Wednesday afterward. The only caveat, I just want to bring it up again and again, is should there be some interruption to the calendar prior to that weekend, then we reserve the right to use that, one of those dates in order to make up that process. But other than that, it's always sunny and 75 at Riverdale, so we're going to continue to move forward as we go. That concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. I know we had a few committee meetings on the calendar that were scheduled because there was really nothing to talk about, so I'll rip through this real quick. Budget and Finance, Doug, if there...
May 15th is our next meeting. May 15th is our
Okay.
next meeting.
Okay. And if there was one between meetings, it all runs together to me. It was a culmination of your budget.
We had one in February, end of February. I think.
Okay. Facilities and security, John?
We did not meet since last time, and I don't recall when the next one is. but
The 15th.
scheduled. When is it?
The 15th.
Also?
Mm-hmm.
Community relations, technology, Alan? Nothing.
I think our meeting is.
May 8th.
next week,
May 8th.
May 8th.
May 8th.
That was 20.
Nope.
Curriculum's 20.
Your curriculum's 22nd, yep,
22nd, right?
22nd.
I have something on the 20th.
We'll send, Patrick sent a recap actually on his last email, at least your meetings. Annette, curriculum, we just said May 20th, and policy and governance, Barb?
Nothing to report. I think our meeting is June 5th.
Correct. Curriculum is, let me just give it again. Community relations is May 8th, curriculum is May 22nd, and policy is June 5th.
Okay. May 15th for budget and finance and facilities and security. Okay. Before I move to consent, we're going to pull number 12 on the agenda, which is the job description for Director of Guidance, because we're not quite sure about the wording of that, so we'll put that on the next.
No, we're doing it, we're just gonna.
We're going to have a
We'll
separate
just
vote.
vote outside of
Oh, okay.
consent. We'll just vote outside.
Please, please.
Sure, we'll pull it from consent then. Okay, may I have a motion for consent?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
I just want to say one thing on here that I made a note about, and it was the dates of the meeting changes. We added, this is M, letter M, is,
Yeah.
we added the meeting for August 21st, so that's new to the calendar, August 21st. And we're moving the October 23rd meeting to October 30th. just so that everyone is aware of that, and put it on your calendar. Anybody have anything else that they want to talk about on consent? Okay, Trudy?
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes, except for the minutes from March 13th, I wasn't here.
That's,
Al?
yes. Okay. The first vote outside consent is under 13, Finance and District Operation H. The superintendent, at the request of the board secretary, recommends that the board accept line item transfers and the adjustments as listed in the financial report from the month ending March 2023. In addition, approval of transfer greater than 10% from account personal service employee benefits to account student transportation services. May I have a motion, please?
I'll move on that.
Okay, Alan, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Stephanie, thank you. Judy?
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Al?
Yes. Second vote, under 13, Finance and District Operation K. Be it resolved to approve the school district final budget for the fiscal year 2023-2024 school year for submission to the Executive County Superintendent's Office as follows. Tax levy, 33,983,626. Current expenses, 37,557,864. Capital outlay, 64,287. Special revenue, 816,473. Debt service, 1,263,600. Total all expenses, 39,702,224. And I'll read this first paragraph. Be it resolved that the Riverdale Regional Board of Education includes in the final budget the adjustment for bank cap in accordance with NJAC in the amount of $157,392 and the healthcare allowable adjustment in accordance with NJSA in the amount of $523,608. The district has fully exhausted all eligible statutory spending authority and must increase the base budget in the amount of $681,000 for the purpose of increasing transportation and healthcare costs. The district intends to complete said purposes by June 2024. May I have a motion?
I'll move.
Second?
I'll second.
Claudia? Okay. Anybody have any questions concerning the budget? I guess you didn't before, so.
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Al?
Yes. The third vote is under 13, letter L. It is recommended by the superintendent and board secretary that the board approve the schedule of tax levy payments for the 2023-2024 school year as follows. River Edge Borough is paying quarterly, and the total amount is $18,537,411. And the Oradell Borough pays monthly, and the total amount of $16,709,815. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Stephanie?
I'll second. I
Alan?
have a question.
Yes.
Trudy, does it cost us more to pay Bordell on a monthly basis, like wire transfer?
No.
They
It's the
can't.
same amount?
Yes.
Is there a reason that,
For each borough, it works better for them. River Edge works better quarterly, Oradell works better monthly.
Okay.
I prefer monthly.
Well, we're gonna. We're just gonna see which one we adopt, and then we're voting.
I'm sorry, this is,
It's okay. Roll call.
What's that?
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Al?
yes. Now we have to vote on 12, correct?
Correct.
Well, 12 has a change in its title, so it's no longer Director of Guidance.
Correct.
And so the decision is, are we going with Director of Student Personnel Services, or are we going with Director of Pupil Services? I'm going to make a motion to bring forward Director of Student Personnel Services. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second that.
Okay,
How's that?
that's perfect,
Easy.
because that's what I would have wanted anyway.
Okay.
Stephanie
Claudia,
and
Claudia.
Claudia second, this is number 12.
Yeah.
So student personnel.
It's student
Okay,
instead of
thank you.
pupil.
Okay,
That's what we're gonna be voting on. So second was Claudia.
As was published in this version.
Right.
In the version that.
The
I
version
handed
that we
out
have.
tonight. Right.
Correct.
The
That we
version that we
received.
have.
Yes.
So
The
as-
new one.
The new one.
Yep. Okay,
Claudia,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Tracy Ellen,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes.
Al.
yes. And thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you all, actually, for making that process go.
Okay. That brings us to old business, new business. Or new business, old business. Anybody have any?
Alan's got a pamphlet.
Oh, I forgot to give you yours.
I just want
I
to
have it.
mention again that on June 26th, the Friends of Riverdale are having their annual Dr. Westlake golf outing. Starts at 1 o'clock, and it's at Rivervale Country Club. And of course, you all know the good that Ford does for the school and the extras and scholarships. So if you can attend, please attend, or if you want to contribute, you can just contribute or come to dinner
Right.
that night.
Very good, because we've had some board members join us just for dinner that didn't golf, and that's always appreciated. And as Alan said, you can
You're not
sponsor a hole,
golfers.
you can contribute any way you'd like. Anybody have anything else for old new business? No?
I have a question for Trudy. Do you need a head count, an early head count for workshop in order to save money?
No, not yet,
Not yet?
not
Okay.
yet, but thank you.
Anything else?
I had a question too, this is out of the time that we normally ask, but is everybody up to date on their governance classes for the board?
As of now, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something.
we are?
Are we all ethical too?
So if you're missing something, I will reach out.
Okay.
Oh.
Because you have till the end of the year. You have till December.
Oh,
to do
wait,
your
I had
classes.
to have done it last year then, right?
Oh, financial disclosure.
I will check.
Financial
Okay,
disclosure.
I
Are we all
just can't
disclosed?
remember if I
I'll
did
check.
one
Because
this
last
year.
time we were not.
It's, Trudy, real quick, it's the first year after your, like,
After you re-up.
after you re-up,
You have to take
you have to
governance
do
4.
4.
You have to do governance 4. And you have till December
Did you
31st.
take it?
I don't
No, I'll
remember.
take it when we go to school board.
Oh, I did at school boards,
did at
that's what it
school
was,
boards last
yeah.
year.
Oh,
I
that was a
took it
disaster.
online.
Oh,
Ugh.
you did?
Don't.
Don't take it online?
Don't do it
Yeah,
at
I
school
can't do it
boards.
online.
Don't do it at
Don't
school
do
boards.
it at school boards either.
Don't,
I did that the time before with you.
I know.
don't. It was bad. It was bad.
How about just don't?
Don't. Don't do it.
No, actually do it online.
All right, I will.
Just make sure you're not tired.
We're recording, right? You getting all this?
Yes,
Are
we
you
are.
guys done?
Okay.
Maybe you get a free
Okay,
pass.
let's get into the public comments section pertaining to anything related to Riverdale Regional School District. Anybody have anything? No, behind the cameras? Nothing? Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Claudia, second?
Somebody second?
Second.
Thank
I
you.
got John first.
John.
What time
Thank
do you have? 8:32?
So
Thank you.
you have to do the second and third.